This is Impact Wrestling superstar Bobby Roode, telling you that if you're looking for a good time, visit Johnny G's Fun Center, home of the NWA Rampage Pro Wrestling.
We're back, and here we are, as we promised you, with the TV main event for the NWA RPW Heavyweight Championship.
Still, we can see the effects of what happened. Mikael Judas still at ringside, using the ring for support, trying to get out of here. Ben, what a wild scene we had there. Mikael Judas victorious in our previous match over Bobby Moore, but it's what happened after the match. The story now is Mikael Judas is having trouble even getting to the back. We've heard that the referee has decided that since AJ Steele is already at ringside, Jeremy Vane made his presence felt. We're going to go into our main event coming right out of this, the heavyweight title on the line. And it looks like right now Murder One doesn't plan to go anywhere.
And Mikael Judas hasn't left yet either. He's eyeing Rob Adonis right now in a bad way.
Judas, though,
sending him back.
You can tell that he's in considerable pain as he backs away, literally dragging that left leg. That cane, did you see that? It just shattered. Pieces of it flew everywhere.
On impact. And this is a singles match. You see the teams are out here. Jeremy Vane has Rob Adonis out here with him, and Hit for Hire, Bobby Moore still out here. But Jeremy Vane has to defend that title by himself against AJ Steele.
Now Jeremy Vane gets all gutsy and starts threatening Mikael Judas as he leaves.
When he's gone, he talks real big. Jeremy Vane obviously has had some problems with Mikael Judas in the past, as did Bobby Moore.
But it's becoming also obvious as we look out here that what was initially a loose association appears to be gaining greater traction as the Cash Vault out here in support of the heavyweight champion, Jeremy Vane.
And we could have a brand new NWA RPW heavyweight champion right here. Let's go to the ring introduction.
NWA RPW heavyweight title. Introducing the challenger first. He is from the Dark City, weighing in at 265 pounds. He is accompanied to the ring by Murder One, AJ Steele.
Could be the next NWA RPW heavyweight champion right there.
And his opponent, he is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds. Accompanied to the ring by Rob Adonis, Charlie Cash, and Bobby Moore, he is your champion, the untouchable Jeremy Vane.
It's a good thing Murder One came out to ringside because he not only has one man in his corner, but two, or three if you count Charlie Cash as a man.
Well, very much so. Mikael Judas, I'm sure, would have stayed, but I have a feeling the considerable pain he's seeing the doctors in the back to make sure that he hasn't had more severe ligament damage or something else. Murder One now moving around, making sure that the guys on the other side of the ring get out of the ring. He's going to be watching this match very, very closely as the former multiple champion Murder One, because he's got three people on the other side to his one. But I like the odds anytime Murder One's in the game.
Mm-hmm. And AJ certainly deserving of this title match. He has been in there with some big opponents with all sizes, all kinds of competitors. And he's already been like a people's champion. The people love this man.
AJ Steele claiming the gold he's not yet won. The crowd certainly hopes that is the case when this match is concluded, and certainly he has an excellent chance of dethroning the champion Jeremy Vane, but we can't take anything away from the champ.
Jeremy Vane certainly did not become the champion on a fluke. He's a former TV champion, went right back into the heavyweight championship. A little upset that he's not the man that's challenging Adam Pearce for the NWA Heavyweight Championship next week on this program.
Match has been started as Vane has already left the ring. You say you're a little bit upset. Imagine how upset Jeremy Vane is, because he was one of the last two that had the opportunity, and he was the man pinned by Kyle Matthews, so Kyle Matthews could move forward. Dr. Gayton decided, rather than, as is usual, just allowing our heavyweight champion to face the world champion, everyone, he said, had a good option, and that the depth of the talent roster here was so great he wanted everyone to have a chance at that, and Kyle Matthews, the man who won that opportunity. But yeah, I have a feeling Jeremy Vane, regardless of the outcome of this match, is going to be watching that match, which we'll see next week.
And what a Christmas gift for
Very,
Kyle
very closely.
Matthews to win the title right here.
And what a tribute
Rampage
to
Pro
his
Wrestling.
trainer,
Absolutely.
Nightmare Ted Allen.
Don't you know Ted Allen? We're watching on from above. And AJ Steele now has him in that corner in a bad way, and he is begging for mercy. He couldn't get any further away from him without being out of the ring. And now Charlie Cash at ringside advising Jeremy Vane. We've seen this relationship bloom a little bit over the time. Jeremy Vane has offered services to Charlie Cash. Charlie Cash has done the same. Lock up now, collar and elbow. And I think if a test of strength with AJ Steele, I think Jeremy Vane will lose. And you see Jeremy Vane trying to duck out of the way. Bobby Moore threatening to hit him with the tag team belt. Of course, Bobby Moore and Rob Adonis, the RPW tag team champions.
And it's good that you pointed that out, because as we look at AJ Steele in the ring, Murder One on the outside, they are officially the #1 contenders and former champions, and they will deserve a future title match with the Cash Vault.
And now AJ Steele is wanting him in the ring, in the middle of the ring. Make him fight. And he's looking over there at 3 men in his corner.
You know, Ben, we're taking some time off, still on hiatus right now from live events as you watch this television program. But if you want to keep up beyond the TV show with all the happenings at Rampage Pro Wrestling, that would be rampageprowrestling.net. Or you go to that Facebook page where exclusive videos are posted on a regular basis that'll keep you up with all of the comings and goings here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. And then we're back here January 8th with our next television taping at Johnny G's. By the way, fans, just because we're not here at Johnny G's doesn't mean Johnny G's isn't going to be available for you. And you want to make your plans to bring the whole family out and enjoy all of the great attractions here at Johnny G's. Dr. Gayton constantly adding new themes, new rides, new food. It is a wonderful place to take the family, and when
what a
we're
great
back,
stocking stuffer to have some passes to Johnny G's Fun Center.
very much so. And you know what? They're starting to give out Rampage Pro Wrestling passes with various of the party passes and other passes here at Johnny G's as a little bit of a bonus for the regular participants.
Now Vane, arm whip reversal by AJ. Ducks the clothesline, ducks again, coming off the ropes. Arm drag, takedown. Did you see how hard he grabbed it? He almost snatched the arm out of the socket.
We're as guilty of this as anyone. We have a tendency to refer to Murder One as the wrestler of the team and AJ as the power of the team. But AJ is an excellent professional wrestler. The power is simply so overwhelming, it jumps out at you when he's in competition.
And sometimes his anger gets the best of him. He has a very short fuse, as we've seen.
You know, both Murder One and AJ are cranky at times.
And you see, Jeremy Vane was thinking about going out on that side and changed his mind and found his own side. That loss there, you don't want to go to the dark city over there where Murder One standing.
No, not at all. Murder One, who just participated in yet another Urban Wrestling Federation pay-per-view that'll be coming up very soon, available for purchase, is a man that's been traveling all over the world in professional wrestling for years, one time part of an entourage for the original Gangsta New Jack very early in his career. As we've noted before, one of the trainers of Jimmy Rave and many other athletes here. He is the veteran of the team, and this is an excellent team in there. But right now in this one-on-one
attitude comes from.
right now in this one-on-one competition, it's going to be AJ Steele that's going to have to quite literally step up and get his opportunity here at Rampage Pro Wrestling to get the gold that Murder One has already received.
Jeremy Vane pointing to his head like he is in full control here.
Up and over, impressive for a big man there, and Vane comes in with another deep arm drag taken over hard by AJ Steele. Appreciative crowd enjoying this wrestling exhibition by AJ Steele, who now lands repeated blows to that already injured arm of Jeremy Vane.
Barring the arm now and putting all that pressure. You see those muscles, that big, huge arm. Imagine the power he possesses to stretch that arm out. And that could be a submission hold right here when AJ Steele applies it.
AJ Steele could shake your hand and it could be a submission hold.
And you see Bobby Moore there trying to encourage the guy. Bobby Moore still probably rattled from his match. He was able to injure Mikael Judas, and of course further injury from Rob Adonis after the match with Jeremy Vane. But right now, trying to encourage Jeremy Vane, and full arm twist and leg drop over the arm, and continues to work on the arm. Smart wrestling by A.J. Steele. Driving those knees into that arm. Wear out one part of the body. You know, if you wear out one part, the rest of the body has to go with it.
Look at that, over and over and over with that knee repeatedly to the muscle group right as the arm connects to the torso. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see some bruising rise very soon in that area.
Now winging that arm back into further submission. And I don't think Jeremy Vane would easily submit, but I don't know how much choice he'll have if he continues working over that arm.
Interested in the fact that while we have numerous folk at ringside, so far we've had no outside interference in this particular match.
I'm surprised at that as well. And remember, the NWA RPW Heavyweight Championship is on the line right now. This is a title match, perhaps one of the most important matches A.J. Steele has had in a long time. Former tag team champion on many occasions, NWA World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
Oh, and just runs into him with a big shoulder, full weight behind it. Over he goes, almost tripped, ducks that one, but just to do that. Smart chain wrestling here repeatedly by A.J. Steele, who has been out wrestling the champ so far.
Absolutely, A.J. Steele showing why he is such a top contender for all titles. I would be surprised in the future to see this man asking for an NWA World title match.
Well, certainly if he's able to become our champion here, and Adam Pearce is brought into the area again by Dr. Gayton and the National Wrestling Alliance, I would think he would be an excellent candidate for a match. And what a contrast of styles that would be from the match that Adam Pearce will have in just 1 week from now on television against Kyle Matthews. The dynamic of that match, smaller man, experienced champion, and then go into maybe a match with Adam Pearce and the Superman here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. That's the great and also difficult thing that the world champion has. Every place they go, they're having a different type of opponent. All shapes and sizes, all different techniques, all different styles, all different levels of skill. How do you prepare for that when you're heavyweight champion? You got to wonder the strain that the world champion is under as they travel all around the world defending the 10 pounds of gold.
Absolutely. It's hard to get used to one opponent when you have a different one every night. And now scoots him up, holds him, and slams him on that arm. An old Anderson brother technique. Gene and Ole used to do that quite a bit with their opponents.
Understand, by the way, that on next week's program, you had an opportunity even to sit down with Kyle Matthews and have a discussion with him that we're going to be seeing a little bit of, and you're hoping to get an interview with Adam Pearce.
Yes, and that's something that Adam Pearce dictates. You know, he's pretty much in charge of his own self and what he wants to do, and he does what he wants to do when he wants to do it. What an attitude that guy has.
True that.
I guess the belt lends itself to the attitude.
Well, as Sal Renaro said when he was on commentary recently, one of the truths about almost everyone in professional wrestling is they have to, in this business, have a healthy ego, or they're not going to be successful.
Distraction there by Bobby Moore, taken advantage of by Jeremy Vane. And ramming his shoulder into that ring post. And that will certainly take a lot out of A.J. Steele. And A.J. Steele, for the first time now, being cut off a punch from ringside. A couple of blows there by Bobby Moore. And the referee's distracted. Murder One's trying to tell the referee what's going on and pointing at Jeremy Vane, but not helping his partner at all right now.
Murder One in a very bad position because he has so many directions to look at as they move all the way around, and it appears now that there was a strategy here. Buy as much time as they could before they started taking advantage of the distraction opportunities they have on the outside. I don't even know if Murder One saw all the damage that was done to A.J. Steele first by Jeremy Vane. He saw that for sure.
Not only distracting the referee, but distracting Murder One as well. And smart thinking there, whether you like it or not.
And then the damage that Bobby Moore did to A.J. Steele, and now Jeremy Vane dragging him into the ring by that injured arm.
Driving the knee now into the arm, and now working on A.J. Steele.
And a little payback now.
Jeremy Vane trying to dish it out. He can take it, but can he dish it out? We'll see. And he's trying to turn about his fair play here on A.J. Steele with the arm. A.J. now is cut off by more than one opponent here. And now, driving that whole body into the arm. And now look at this, AJ Steele, that arm still being battered, driving those knees. Jeremy Baines, the champion. And again, we don't take anything away from the champion. He may have his work cut out for him, but he's still the champion.
Jeremy Vane, once he gets control of a hold, he's as dangerous as any man in professional wrestling.
And the fans chanting AJ, and AJ with a boot to the head of the champion, Jeremy Vane. And Jeremy Vane finally releases. And AJ moving back up.
Now Rob Adonis up, distracting referee Stan Robinson briefly, and that it gives Jeremy Vane enough of an opportunity to take AJ again off his feet. But now you're not going to pin the big man easily, no matter how much damage you do.
That's for sure. And Jeremy Vane now stretching the nose and throat there, pulling up on the nostrils. And again, those are shortcuts and cheap tactics, and now winging that arm. He'll do whatever it takes to win a match. And a man like AJ Steele, you better pull everything out. If you don't bring it with AJ Steele, you get run over fast.
Now again, he's got that arm barred and keyed, putting as much damage as he can on the injury he's done. AJ Steele again showing his professional wrestling skill, turns into that maneuver to take the pressure off. And now if he can get to a vertical base, his strength will be able to take effect again. You can see Vane trying to avoid it, but not successfully, as AJ Steele manages to get up to the vertical base and begins trying to pressure out of that move. But Vane, the experienced professional wrestler, the champion, goes after that arm, and now he throws him out into no man's land.
And that's a bad place to be for him.
And now the referee catching Murder One before he sees the damage on the other side. Rob Adonis over to make the matters worse as Bobby Moore lands repeated kicks to the back of the head of AJ Steele on the outside.
I don't know how much longer the referee's going to be able to hold Murder One off. He's at that chair, and he's obviously getting more upset by the minute. Also realizing he doesn't want to get his partner disqualified.
Stan Robinson may well have to start removing these guys from ringside. Very lenient so far, but it was brought about by what happened at the end of the last match. And with one side wanting to stay out, the other side was allowed to stay out. I'm not sure that that was a smart decision, but it's certainly making this an interesting match.
And Jeremy Vane now continues to work on that arm. Drops all of his weight across it now, hooks the leg, lateral press. Did get a 2 count, but did not get the 3.
Again, no matter the damage done, AJ Steele, the strength, the endurance, the intestinal fortitude, the heart that he brings into this, he knows this is his opportunity to capture the greatest prize in Rampage Pro Wrestling, and he is not going to let 1, 2, 3, even 4 people deny him that dream without at least a heck of a fight.
AJ Steele now being pummeled. Hard shot by Jeremy Vane.
And now he's on his feet, and these blows are nothing to him as he's getting his version of a second win, which is he is now just upset, and he is about to take over on Jeremy Vane.
Shoots him across the ropes. Goes in with that clothesline. Almost took his head off. Again, the clothesline. And now shooting Jeremy Vane off the ropes. Caught him with an elbow. And the clothesline.
Look at this tremendous second win. I said you can do considerable damage to AJ Steele, but you nearly need to shoot the man to actually take him out.
The more he hit him, the madder he got.
Now grabs him, takes him over with a suplex, beautifully executed, belly-to-back suplex right there.
And now set and ready, but watch behind you. Rob Adonis is right there, and here comes Bobby Moore.
And now Adonis up. Is the referee distracted? No, Adonis, bye-bye. Well, rocking there. But Vane able to step up and catch a blow, not with everything he had to the stomach of AJ Steele. Goes for a second, catches a second, blocked slightly by AJ in the corner. I don't think Vane knew that one was blocked.
And he does. The referee's distracted by Murder One,
but he's going to remember that.
Black hole slam, he got it.
He's got him covered. This is it right there. 1, 2, no, broke up.
He called for the break, called for the bell.
Disqualification, Murder One can't wait. He's in. Repeated blows now. Bobby Moore in. Vane is down and in La La Land after the black hole slam, and now AJ coming up to his feet, but he's caught by Adonis.
Pandemonium in that ring.
T-bone suplex over, has him down, and now it's still 2-on-1 with Jeremy Vane trying to recover as they start doing some damage. The champs are on, the #1 contenders for the tag team titles. Wait a minute, Judas is back.
Steele.
Michael Judas limping, but coming
Steele,
out.
your NWA RPW
We thought this man was insane. Now we know he is, but he's not going to let somebody get the best of him. Coming in looking for Adonis. Adonis working on that arm of AJ, and now Adonis seeing the big man, Michael Judas. I think Michael Judas does want some of it. Oh, what is that? Spraying a mist now in the eyes of Rob Adonis. What was that?
Adonis just booted, and he's blinded and out, and Charlie Cash is looking at him going, I'm wearing white. Stay away from me.
And
And
reminiscent of the great Kabuki blowing that mysterious mist out. Who knew he had this talent? Oh, there goes Bobby Moore being grabbed by Murder One. And Bobby Moore now being pummeled by Murder One. Again, these two battling it out, and Bobby Moore, one half of the tag team champions, Rob Adonis, the other half, and here Jeremy Vane will retain the RPW heavyweight title, but only by disqualification.
Yep, you are right. Wow, what a main event here at Rampage Pro Wrestling for this hour of television. And you know what? It's only going to get better because next week, Ben, four-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion Scrap Iron Adam Pearce will be here. 60 minutes, 2 out of 3 falls, and his opponent, Kyle Matthews. And that's not just your main event, that's your program next week, fans. You're not going to miss any of this.
Our Christmas gift to the fans and Dr. Johnny Yates. Next week, the World Heavyweight title. Happy holidays. We'll see you next time for the big NWA World Heavyweight Championship.